Hey guys, welcome. My name is Katie, and I'm adding up additives. Alright, so today I want to talk a little bit about meal planning, grocery shopping, and pantry stocking for a crowd. If you are new here, I have 8 children. We also have a friend who lives in our home with us right now, so that makes 11 people in our house. We also homeschool and we own our own business. So that means every meal originates at home for us. One of the other things that we take into consideration is my husband Jonathan eats primarily vegan, not exclusively, but primarily, and the rest of us eat primarily vegetarian, also not exclusively, but most of the time. Now that is not an ethical decision for us. We are not opposed to the eating of meat. My husband is an endurance runner. He runs marathons and occasionally longer than marathons. He had read about several other endurance runners who decided to go vegan for health reasons and thought he would try it, and after a couple months trial he had noticed such a difference in his health that he decided to stick with it. So he's been close to 2 years primarily vegan. Now about once a week or so when we go out to dinner he'll still get a hamburger, but for most of the things that he's eating here at home, most of the time that's vegan. Now, my oldest son, Gavrel, decided that he was interested in distance running also. He joined our homeschool cross-country team last year, and in order to do that, he decided he was going to eat like Dad and not have any meat either. So Gavrel voluntarily went vegetarian about a year ago, and so that rather than making separate meals for Gavrel, it became easier for me to just make everything primarily vegetarian. So that's where we're at, and it's cheaper too. That has not always been the case, and it may not always be the case going forward, but right now we're a primarily vegetarian family. Alright, so let's talk meal planning. I do not specifically plan out meals that we are going to have on any given day. Instead, what I've been doing recently, and again, this has changed over the years, but where I'm finding myself right now that's a good fit is that I have a theme for each night of the week. Now these will change sometimes depending on the season or just what everybody seems to be liking. But in general, right now, Mondays are what I call soup-ish. So it might be soup, it might be chili, it might be a stew of some kind. A couple of weeks ago, I made New Orleans style red beans and rice. And sometimes it's just baked potatoes because I can make those in my Instant Pot just like I would a soup. So Mondays is soup-ish. Now Tuesdays are Taco Tuesdays, and any one of my kids can tell you what day of the week it is. Now Taco Tuesdays is usually just something Mexican flavored. It usually involves a full Instant Pot of refried beans. Yes, a full one. That's 1.5 gallons almost of refried beans, and we will go through that much in a week. My kids will eat that much in a week. Sometimes it's just refried beans with cheese and sour cream, maybe a tortilla or some corn chips if we have those. Sometimes I will make Mexican rice and we will just have refried beans and Mexican rice. Sometimes I will make vegetarian tacos with rice and lentils and taco seasonings, but something Mexican flavored. Wednesdays is pizza. That started because I was serving at church on Wednesday nights and I needed something that was easy to leave home with John and the kids. I'm no longer doing that. In fact, I go to a ballet class on Wednesday nights, and it just makes cleanup easy for me, and it makes for an easy night when I don't have to think about it. Now usually I just have frozen pizzas in my freezer. Right now, because of world events, we are out of frozen pizza and having trouble tracking down more, and so tonight I am going to make some cheesy garlic breadsticks from scratch with pizza sauce to dip it in and call it a night. My ballet class is online from home anyway, so I'm not trying to rush out the door. Thursdays is pasta night, and I have several different pasta recipes that we love. Fridays is either leftovers or what I call casserole-ish. Something easy. Because Friday night is our standing date night for John and I, we try to leave something easy, either that we can heat up before our babysitters come, or that the babysitters don't have to think too much about it. So that is what dinners look like for us. So that means I just kind of have a variety of recipes that I know we like, and I pick one to fit that theme for the evening. So that allows for a lot of space for what we're in the mood for, how everybody's feeling that night, what we already have on hand. And it doesn't require me to have super specific ingredients all the time, because right now we can't just run out to the store. But even when we're not under stay-at-home orders, taking kids to the grocery store is not a walk in the park. I do it occasionally, but if I have something at home that I can make instead, I will usually go for that option. Now, breakfast during the week, we usually rotate between pretty simple things: toast, waffles, pancakes, steel-cut oats. Usually the kids each pick a piece of fruit that they want to have with their breakfast, but those are our staples. Now on the weekends, we usually do something brunch, more brunch than breakfast or lunch. We'll make sausage, gravy, and biscuits. We do live in Tennessee. Or we'll do eggs and bacon or something like that. Here's where the primarily vegetarian and vegan is clearly not the rule. So we'll usually have a big brunch on weekends rather than breakfast and lunch. And weekends tend to be Daddy's time to shine. John really likes to cook on the weekends. A lot of times that means something deep fried, French fries, potato chips, chicken fingers, or stir fried. We love us some chicken and broccoli stir fry, or fried tofu even. Everybody likes fried tofu. So weekends are really now lunches during the week are also pretty simple. They're usually either leftovers from a breakfast or a dinner. So refried beans heat up really well. Waffles go in the toaster. Pancakes go in the toaster. I also usually add either some fruit or vegetables to that. And when all else fails, everybody loves peanut butter and jelly. So that's how I meal plan. I have a rotation for breakfast. Lunch is usually leftovers or some good staples. And dinner is a theme every night. We spend roughly $1,200 a month for the 11 of us. Now our friend who lives with us does buy her own snacks and stuff, but we let her know that she is always free to eat with us. And that $1,200 does include paper goods, paper towels, toilet paper, diapers, and any household goods like laundry detergent, dish soap, septic maintenance stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you our large family pantry. In our kitchen we do have a standard size fridge and freezer and a closet pantry. Those things are for what we are using right now. Open condiments, open sauces, open oils, that kind of thing are in our closet pantry here upstairs. And all of our fresh fruits and vegetables, which we go through a lot of, we can stuff our fridge full and eat it within a week. We only use our upstairs freezer for open packages and a couple very small, like herbs, or we have some ginger root, that kind of thing in there. Most of our bulk stuff we have in 2 freezers and a huge set of industrial shelves down in our garage. So I'm going to show you what kinds of things we keep on hand. Now, I mentioned in an update video a couple weeks ago that a couple of weeks before all the panic buying started, John had already been watching the news and knew that this was a big deal coming up. And so we stocked up a little bit extra, which for 11 people, a little bit extra looks like a lot extra to most people. So just keep that in mind. All right, welcome to my garage. I'm going to show you our the rest of our pantry and freezer situation. So we have this big chest freezer. We have an upright freezer. There it is. And then we have these pantry shelves over here and a couple of big flour bins down here. Again, we have a little bit of extra right now, but not much. Not really. This is all very normal stuff that we would buy. There's just a little bit more of it right now. So up here above the upright freezer, you can see we have paper towels and toilet paper and plastic baggies. And then my pinto beans are up there. Those are 2-pound bags of pinto beans that I use 2 of those a week to make refried beans. So those are important. Our upright freezer actually is for things that we don't have to get to very often. We have some like specialty items in there that we save for special occasions and whatever, so I'm not gonna dig through that. Down here in these, they're actually dog food bins, but they work really well. So this one has bread flour, this one has whole wheat flour, and we are in these close to every day probably. We, again, for pancakes, waffles, muffins, bread, all the things get made with these, cookies, whatever. In our big chest freezer here, you can see we have a couple pre-made things, not much. There are some frozen vegetables. This is actually pretty low right now. Some frozen beans down in here, and extra tofu. And then down on the bottom, we do actually have some meat products. We have some pork roasts, a couple chickens, I think, and we use those. One, if we're just really in the mood for like pork barbecue or something like that, or if we have company, a lot of times we'll pull those out for company. So on this side is a lot of our bread. You can see biscuits for biscuits and gravy. This is some baked oatmeal for green beans. There's some frozen bananas down there for baking. There's some homemade bread. There's store-bought bread down in here somewhere. There are several pounds of butter at any given point. So that is what is in there. I think, oh, he could put a couple pizzas. Yay, Daddy. So that is our chest freezer. Now over here, let's see if, sorry if this is dark. It is my garage. Alright, lots of canned goods. Vanilla soy milk, John mostly drinks that. This is all, this box is all kidney beans, I believe. Yep, light red kidney beans. In there, these are canned tomatoes. There's Daddy!
Frozen
more
biscuits.
Biscuits! Yay! Black beans, garbanzo beans. I guess some more pinto beans are up here. There's some navy beans. out here. This box is lentils. There's more canned beans. Usually we try to throw a bag of dry beans in the Instant Pot, but in a pinch when we need them, there are canned black beans, garbanzo beans. I think there's some chili beans back there, and then more tomatoes. Up here we have pasta, we have the whole wheat penne, and there's some spaghetti down there, and then somewhere down on the bottom back there we also have whole wheat egg noodles. These are sauces and condiments and spices, and our goal is usually to have at least one extra of something, one open upstairs and one extra down here. Right now there might be a couple extras of a few things, and of course lots and lots of oatmeal, because it takes a whole one of these. He's getting here. It takes a whole one of these steel cut oat tubs to feed everybody for breakfast. So lots of those. Down here we have oils, peanut butter. In the back, where's my hand? There it is. In the back here, there's lots of spaghetti sauce. And then the bottom and top is primarily paper goods. I'm sure you can see that. There's garbage bags, there's disposable baking pans. Up here there's a few baking goods, but coffee, essential. Baking powder, chocolate chips, brown sugar. Here's our dishwasher soap. There's some soap, hand soap, and contact solution, and there's more laundry detergent back there somewhere. I can't really see it, but so that's what our pantry situation looks like. So we're usually down here a couple times a day, which is fine. And like I said, it's a lot of beans and rice. Oh, here's a big, forgot to show you. Here's a big bag of rice, which again, this is the unopened one, and we have an open one upstairs. So we have, like I said, we try to keep one open thing upstairs and at least one extra down here. So like I said, I know that this looks like a lot, but it's really not that much when there's 11 people eating it. Alright, that's it. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any other questions about how we feed our large, primarily vegetarian family, or if there's any specific recipes that you want to see, or anything else about food and meal plan. Alright, thanks so much for being here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with us. You can find us on Instagram or on Facebook, and we will see you next time. Bye!